you've got to be in touch with the earth or the soil to really be living, I think. We've started the company Urban Growers, which led us to designing and building this edible garden business that we're now doing. We have some large bananas, as you can see, right through here. They're just taking off because the soil's so rich.
This garden started when my brother started the cafe. We had the idea of just growing some herbs that we'd need for service during the day, and we built the garden, and then as the cafe grew, the herb garden grew until the cafe sort of outgrew what we could grow. We couldn't keep up with the demand. It's turned into a bit more of a demonstration garden than a productive garden, but we have ramped that up a little bit.
So this is the sunniest part of the garden, so we try to grow most of our annuals and things here. We've got some tomatoes down behind me. We have some mini pumpkins here. They're going to trellis up along the wall. We've got the passion fruit up here as well. We've got some globe artichokes down on the bottom here. We've got some more bee forage, so some blue flowers, some blue salvia.
It's super productive, but it's just on a restaurant scale, we'd need a farm. If this was your garden at home and you're a family of 4, you'd be able to eat out of it every day of the week. Well, people come here and they see that, and they see that they could be self-sufficient on their own property. They get excited about it.
Just around the back, you can't see, but behind the hives and coming right through here, all these flowers is a kind of like a good bug mix, a biodiversity mix. So it's just a lot of annual flower seeds that we've planted, and the idea is just to have an ongoing supply of flowering plants for the bees firstly, and also for the insects in the garden. So if you're getting started at home with your own edible garden, it's pretty important to understand soil straight up, because it's the first thing that the plants are in, and it's the only thing that will control the rest of the garden. So if you learn to create a rich soil, all your plants will do so much better, and you won't have to look after it as much.
I think the permaculture course is really good for getting people excited about creating a new society around sustainable living, and you think, why aren't we doing this? Once you're excited about something, like, the learning is really easy.
The French beans, these guys here, so they're producing quite a lot at the moment. We have some more red vein sorrel and nasturtiums, the edible nasturtium flower in the back here. So down below here in the annual bed, there's some flat leaf parsley and some basil and some zucchini popping up.
I got into the whole gardening thing through working in the kitchen, like dealing with food all day, and then wanting to sort of delve into where it comes from and how to grow it.
I think it's important to grow your own food, especially if you have kids, to show them where it comes from, how good it tastes compared to the stuff that you may buy or have to buy from the supermarket. And it just shows them that when you grow at home and they've been a part of the whole process from the ground to the plate, and they're eating it and they go, this is fantastic. They'll also support the farmers market and what they're doing and what they're growing as well, because they'll relate to them and the produce that they have. So we've got spearmint, normal mint, peppermint. We've got some basil up there, and we've got some chili seeds in the back. This is our chook roost. We've got about 4 chooks living in here. Here they are, scratching around, getting their protein fix.
Out here it's a bit of a tricky balance, because you want to take things and be productive, but you want to leave things in the ground to show people what you're doing. You've got to keep it looking good and inspiring, and also make it productive and useful for the kitchen, so it's a bit of a balance.
More zucchinis, more mints, and this is chamomile as well, this plant here. So we can use this in teas, really nice apple scent as well. And this is lime balm. This is used in teas as well for anxiety. And lastly we have some borage up there on the top and on the roof, which is almost out of sight. We're growing 2 big grow beds up on the top there, which is full of eggplants and zucchinis and other leafy greens. So that's pretty much the whole thing. My ideal urban grower's future would be myself and Grant, obviously maybe doing more of the educating part of it, going around to cafes and getting the chefs quite knowledgeable in growing their own food there. Going to schools, doing some workshops throughout the primary schools in the area, and obviously still making and creating spaces, so urban gardens, edible gardens for the community. How big isn't really a thought. It's just we're just doing what we like, doing what we love. We're following our passion, seeing where it takes us, and so far that's just what we're doing.
I know people from here, or Byron knows people from here, and that's I think we're their first point of call when they get interested about gardening. And some people just want to get their lawn mowed, but we set them straight pretty quickly with that. We don't do that.
We can grow food on it.
Yeah.